Repeat? Okay.
Yes, you can repeat.
Okay, let me repeat it. As we work to grow and engage the AME Zion Church, how would you help us reach our worldwide membership goal of 50,000 members? First part. Second part, what strategies would you implement, particularly to re-engage millennials and younger generations within the church?
Does it matter who goes first?
Let's go from the back end. Mr. Chuck, you'll go first.
Thank you so much for that question. So, as I understand, that is a worldwide goal of 50,000. So, here's what my platform has suggested. Okay. And just to give you a little backdrop to that, it's estimated that we have 1.1 million lay members in AME Zion. That's 1,100,000 lay members. Right? That's across 16, I'm sorry, across 39 of the 50 states here in the US and over 16,000 local churches. Now, 50,000, when I see where we are currently, we're approximately a little over 42,000. But of that 1.1 million people, that amounts to about 3.5% of the people who are actively participating in the Connectional Lay Council. That leaves over 96% of AME Zion lay people who are not actively involved. Right. So when I look at that number, 50,000 is really a drop in the bucket. My platform says that my goal is that we reach 250,000 people who are members of the Connectional Lay Council over the next 4 years by 2029. And even in doing that, that's only 23% of the 1.1 million lay people in Zion. However, I'm not going to promise that we're going to get all 1.1 million lay members to be active members in the Connectional Lay Council, but it's a start. And hopefully it goes in the right direction. And if that is the case, they follow suit with that so that we will continue that process until we can get to as close to 100% of all the laity in Zion involved in the Lay Council. There was another part to your question. I'm sorry.
What strategies would you implement, particularly to re-engage millennials and younger generations within the church?
Thank you very much for that part of it. So I'll tell you, a few years back, I was speaking to my sons and I was asking them, what can we do to get more young people involved in the church? And his response was, Dad, you just have to listen to them. And the reality, the sad reality is that I've had people in the Lay Council who have said, as far as young people are concerned, they have to quote unquote wait their turn. Okay. And we can't have that. Okay. We need their ideas, we need their energy, and we need them now. We need them today. So what I would do is do what my son suggested. Let's have some listening tours. I have reached out to the Young Adult Initiative to see if I can meet with them because I want to hear what ideas they have, what concerns they have, what complaints or gripes they may have, so that I can get an idea of how can we do something so that we can make certain that our young people are connected into this process. It's joked around in our conference that the Christian Education Department is for the young people and the Lay Council are for the old people. Well, we don't want to see that. We want to have the young people involved also. So a couple of the things that I would do, the things that appeal to young adults, okay, I want to get that in place. Now, in addition to that, keep in mind that our bylaws say that you could be a voting member at age 18 and above. So that suggests to me that we are interested in having youth also. And there are things that we can do for the youth in order to be able to help them develop leadership. And if we do that, I think we can draw some interest in getting all of those young people involved as well. And I want to be able to do that and extend that across the globe. Now, I was the regional director for Eastern West Africa, also known as Nigeria. Nigeria demographically has some of the youngest population in the world, right? So there, to be able to reach out to young people, not only in the United States, but across the globe where AME Zion is located, that's one of the strategies that I have. My breakdown is that you have my goal of 250,000 members by 2029. My strategies are to be able to reach out to the young people, to be able to reach across the globe, okay? And in order to do that, to automate the membership dues paying process so that we're not spending so much time just counting money, but that we're actually doing outreach so that we can get a lot more members in, okay? And in addition to that, being able to offer some courses so that we can help develop our layers so that they can learn to do certain things. We're dealing with a situation right now in Washington, D.C. that calls for the Black church to step up. And I believe that Zion will have much more impact if our laity is able to step up and make that impact, not only in the United States, but across the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and question number 9 reads, the position of second vice president requires constant reminders to all of the accessible areas. So it is important to develop a good rapport with the regional directors and assisting them with memberships. Do you have a strategic plan to do this? And I guess we'll still go in the same order. We'll start with Brother Chuck, and then we'll go from the real up to the good person.
I'll keep it short and sweet this time. Yes, I do. And it's a multifold. Number one is that we have second vice presidents across all of our conferences. We have second vice president in all of our districts, and we have second vice president in all of our local churches. I want to be able to, thanks to technology, be able to connect with them and meet on a regular basis to hear what's going on. I kind of look at this as though instead of that hierarchy where, you know, the connectional person is at the top and they're at the bottom, I want to flip that. So I want to be able to find out from them, what is it? What are the challenges that you're having out in the field, in your local churches, in your conferences and your districts, and how can I help you? And put together an action plan and be able to stay in connection with them in terms of having a two-way street of communication.
Thank you. This is our final question for the second vice, and I will choose this number here. Number 4. What specific gifts, skills, or experiences do you bring that uniquely qualify you for this office and would help advance the mission of the Connectional Lake Council? Mr. Chuck?
Okay, I believe that some of the skills that I have are skills that I've learned throughout my career as a financial planner, so that I understand the planning process and what needs to be done. Number 2 is communication skills. It can be a gift, and sometimes with me, it works just the opposite. I joke around. Someone once said that if you ask Chuck what time is it, he's going to tell you how to build a watch instead. So I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet with them and stay on topic as far as that's concerned. But I believe also having a vision, being able to have that vision and being able to put that vision into place. And those are 3 of the skills. There's many more, but those are 3 skills that I think are top that I would want to share with people to highlight that. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I want to say thank you to all of you who have tuned in to come to some discernment over whom you may want to consider. You know, it is written that where there is no vision, the people perish. I've shared vision with you, and I hope you find that appealing to you. You can get more detail on my website, Chuck for membership, CLC secondvp.com, and you can listen a little bit more in detail and read a little bit more in detail. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I intend to enlist all of the second vice presidents at every level for this mission to be able to reach 250,000 active Lake Council members out of the 1.1 million laity across the United States and design. Need someone who can provide the leadership to do that. And as it's written, the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, verse 8, whom shall we send and who will go for us? Well, my name is Chuck Williams. I'm running for second vice president to increase the membership in the Connectional Lake Council. Here am I. Send me. Thank you very much.